I have been given the challenge of conveying my message within 5 to 7 minutes, which I will do as per Madam. Throughout my life, I have been a marketing person. I started my career as a marketing person. I am in academics, but still I am doing the job of marketing my students to different corporates. I think Dr. Sharma agrees with me. So today also, ever since the morning we have been talking about ICTs in agriculture, but my focus will be client-centric. What the farmer wants. Nobody has ever touched what the farmer wants. Have we ever asked him, what do you want? What are his needs related to the information? We have n number of models. We have been discussing last year at E-India. We have discussed so many models. And this year also we are discussing many models. But I'm afraid we are forgetting the main stakeholder, that is farmer. I will not go into some of these slides. We all know woes of Indian farmer, agricultural supply chain constraints. Opportunities for Indian agriculture are many, keeping in view the food retailing and export opportunities in the view of the commodity exchanges and others, and demand for organic commodities. And we all are talking about second green revolution, which is with market-led extension in focus. And Government of India is having a lot of focus on infrastructural growth in rural areas through NREGA and other schemes. And there is rising demand for branded produce and other premium products in both domestic as well as international markets. So opportunities are many for Indian farmer, but what does he suffer from? Information has been an important input in the for him in agriculture. He needs information mainly on backward linkages as well as on the forward linkages. Information on agri inputs, he doesn't know. For all brands, he depends on agri input retailers. He goes to the retailer shop, he tells him that this is the disease I'm having, you just give me the remedy. So he just puts any branded product in his hand and he comes home, sprays that, and sometimes he gets results, sometimes he may not get that good results. So what input brands to use and how he has to use them effectively, so that because he has already spent his money on that agri input, and which are the best sources for procurement. He still needs these information. Then good agricultural practices, weather information, time of sowing, package of practices, question and answers. He also wants to interact with the scientists and extension staff and government schemes and subsidies. He wants to have information on all this. So these are some of the backward linkages which he is trying to build with all the stakeholders. And I'm sure all the stakeholders are present in this hall, and my questions are for all of us. And for forward linkages, he needs information about domestic as well as international markets, price discovery mechanisms, consumer behavior, packaging, grading and standardization machinery. And besides all these agricultural related needs, I have found in many of the studies that health and education, I go to the farmers and they tell me which is the best school for my son. My son wants to do some degree in medical or engineering, the best institute. So he has these needs also. We have to address these needs. Then he has needs about entertainment, networking and communicating with friends, relatives and society. These are the models we have discussed. Mr. Prasad, Dr. Prasad has already given a detailed input of all these models. And ICT can really deliver. We all have been discussing this. ICT really can reach nook and corner of India, and it can become the interface of our Indian farmer to the outside world through collaborative business modules, which can also offer entrepreneurship opportunities. In the morning I was discussing about intermediaries. These intermediaries could also be, I still feel that they could also be linked with this kind of chain, and they could be given some entrepreneurship opportunities. And delivering information regarding prices of commodities in various mandis, cost effective, timely and accurate information. So these are the questions I am addressing to this community. What are actually farmers' informational needs? First we have to go to the grassroots level. What are the farmers' awareness levels and possession levels? In the study which I am going to share, we have found that already so many farmers possess computers in one of the areas. We have conducted a study in the, of course, in a few developed states. So I'll be showing that they already possess the computer for some other purpose, for education related purpose, for family purpose, but they are not using it for agriculture. Then which is the most effective modern media for communication? How can information be used as an input for supply chains? How can it help in building forward as well as the backward linkages? These are the questions we all have to address. And a small part of my study I am sharing today, but this is an ongoing study which we will be sharing later on. These were the objectives of the study: to evaluate the awareness and usage of internet and other modern media among the farmers of Punjab and Haryana. Let me just tell you, we have conducted this study in Punjab and Haryana, which are the most developed states, and we are again carrying on our work in Uttarakhand and UP, and to determine the information related needs of the farmers, to identify the main sources of information, and to propose a model for ICT enabled supply chains. These are the details of the study. I will not go into the detail, keeping in view the time constraint. And these are the villages we have surveyed. Mainly 4 districts we have surveyed. These are all paddy districts. Paddy is the main crop. And let me tell you that we all need ICT modules based on the commodities. Commodity specific modules are needed. The information which a paddy farmer is needing, it is not needed by the cotton farmer. It is not needed by a farmer who is having fruits and vegetables. Similarly, the needs of a fruits and vegetable farmer is different. So these are the various kinds of information required by the farmers. Socio-economic profile of respondents, I am not going into the detail. These are the educational status of the respondents, 280 of them, which we have surveyed. Most of them were high school, more than 50% of them were high school educated, and a few of them, because Punjab and Haryana is a developed state, they both are developed states, so we had graduate and postgraduate farmers also. Even a few farmers were PhDs, which we surveyed. This is the use of different languages by the respondents: Hindi, English and Punjabi. 23% they used the 3 of the languages. This is the district-wise distribution. And if we see the landholding sizes of the respondents was more in Punjab as compared to the Haryana. 50% of the farmers in Jalandhar district say they belong to 10 to 20 acres landholding size. And this is one slide which is very important. Possession of computers among respondents. This is what we have found. 40%. It is very interesting to note. When we just compiled our results, we were really surprised. In Punjab and Haryana, 40% of the farmers already possess the computers because they are wealthy farmers, and but they are not using it for agriculture purposes. We don't have any module for them. We are trying to create infrastructure at the bottom of the pyramid, at the lowest level. But who are already having the infrastructure, and we just need a go for them. And 28.3% farmers were found to be computer literate. Of course, many of them were younger ones, but yes, it is a good number which were computer literate. And if we talk about internet awareness, because most of the farmers were having their relatives who were living in different parts of the world, so they had internet at their homes, they were chatting with them, they were having in Punjab many of the people, they migrate, so they were already interacting with them. And internet usage by respondents, that was the awareness slide. This is the internet usage by respondents. We can see this. And problems which were faced by the farmers were mainly related to the marketing, input supply. Yes, in the morning somebody was stressing the need of production related informational needs. And then they had needs related to the information. 21% of the farmers stated that yes, information is one of the important need which we are having. This is when they were asked that for what purpose they want to use the internet, they said that they need to know about government schemes, about the marketing, new technologies, animal husbandry, weather, sowing time and agriculture input. And 70% of them, they were willing to use that for agriculture purpose. And some of them, like around 50%, they wanted to use it for social networking kind of thing. And some of the farmers, they stress that we need to know the property rates through the internet. We want to know that what is the property price in the nearby village or in the other villages, because farmers are wealthy, so they want to invest in the property. Then entertainment, horoscope, job search, and believe me, matrimonial was one need for them. They said that if we could be given some matrimonial related services so that our NRI children could look for some guys and girls on the net. It was really surprising. So again, Dr. Prasad has shared the results on a macro level. Yes, newspapers are the biggest source of information for them. They mostly rely upon the newspapers, and then fellow farmers, opinion leaders. He has done it on a macro level, and this is with a small number of sample. Then radio is there, television is there. The same results we have found in our study. And these are the information sources. This is the different kind of these are the different kind of information they get from different sources. For example, from newspaper they get mandi rates, new products, local news, query or answers related to agriculture, advertisements, job related news, government subsidies and contract rates. And they do see television for Krishak Darshan, etc. Radio, they just switch it on for weather information, disease and pest control. We have many programs coming on radio for the same purpose. And yes, they do search portals. So these are the different information they get from different sources. And newspaper is was the one source of information. So I'm just listening to ma'am's. This is the awareness of a toll-free number. Only 7% of the respondents were aware of the toll-free number of the government of different SAUs and research stations. They were not aware. It is negligible. So these are the different sources of information for agriculture-related problems. So we found that 100% of them were having mobile phones. So based on that, I have made some recommendations that in spite of the internet, mobiles could be used as potential source for information dissemination. This we have seen in the Reuters Market Light project, in which they are giving free SMS services, alert services to the farmers in Punjab and Haryana. So mobiles are, because everybody is having it and they know how to use it. So in spite of the internet, mobiles could very well serve the purpose. And the farmers who already possess computers and internet may be used for information hubs for the fellow farmers. Because the farmers who are already having computers, they might be the opinion leaders in their own area. And supplying timely information on quality agri inputs as well as price discovery mechanisms, others can improve farmers' income. And this is one important slide which I would like to stress. And this is a question for all of us who are involved in ICT and agriculture in India or any other country. Now farmer does not need generic information. From generic information, we have to move to localized specific information. And from traditional media, we have to go to the modern media, which is interactive. It is not about the radio and television, rather it is about the internet and VoIP and other systems which we are talking. And from information clutter, a lot of information which is not useful for him, we need smart information, which is smart means specific, measurable, accurate, relevant and timely information. In some of the projects which Dr. Trivedi was mentioning in the morning, we have found that farmers, they just logged on to the website, they were not getting updated information. Mandi rate, which he is getting after 3 days, is of no use to the farmer. So this is my request to the policymakers also. Free information supply to the demand-driven information. What information does he need? Let us give him that. And he is ready to pay for that. He is ready to pay for the value-added services. And free of cost information, obviously will move, when it is demand-driven, will go from free of cost information to value-added services. Single supply to collaborative business modules. Catalyst has already shown that. Text services to multimedia supported information, from costly technologies to the cost effective innovative solution. This was highlighted by Mrs. D. Purnadeshwari Devi, Minister of State for Education, in the inaugural address, that she is urging the IITs to make some kind of laptop which is cost effective for Indian population. And this is the proposed model for ICT enabled food supply chains. I have already taken so much time, so I will not go into that. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you.